Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with two products that could supposedly level up your wrapping game this holiday season. Let's see how they work and how they work together in today's video, starting with both unboxings. Let's take a look at these tape scissors. I paid $7.43 for this on Temu. There's my unboxing real quick. Now they claim that they are multi-function scissors with included tape dispenser right there. Great for home or office, gift wrapping, crafts, and more. Now my first note here is that this is that skinny tape, which is not nearly as common as the Scotch tape people use. There really weren't any pros or cons for this. I couldn't find any listings that had many reviews on Amazon, so I'm kind of going blind on this one. But my first thought is I don't have tape this size, so if I want to refill, how do I refill this? Is it refillable? I got to find all that out. There really aren't any instructions. I got to figure out if it's refillable and where to get this tape. And then we'll get started. This is a hamburger gift wrap set. I paid $13.99 for this on Amazon, where it currently has a 4.6 star rating among a whopping 64 reviews. They claim it has 6 gift wrap sheets that are 27 by 19 inches, made in the UK. Great for birthdays, scrapbooks, or decorating. Includes 6 gift tags. They say it's a gender neutral design, thick enough that it won't rip, but still able to fold around even the most awkward shapes. They say it actually forms a burger if you use all 6 in similar shaped boxes. All right, it's time to get started. I'll be using the wrapping paper and these scissors together because they will work synergistically together. But a couple of notes before I get started. First up, on the scissors, I did find refills of the tape on Amazon, relatively inexpensive, so they are available out there. After I test these out, I'll see how easy it is to refill. And as far as the paper goes, I haven't opened it up yet. Let's crack this open real quick here. Just pull one of these out of here. Now, some people online were saying that this is more like computer paper than wrapping paper. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like wrapping paper. It feels like just regular, a large sheet of computer paper. That doesn't mean it won't work though. These creases may not be very aesthetically pleasing though. I mean, there's some pretty deep creases in there. So I'm going to be testing out the scissors, how good they work as scissors, how convenient it is to have this tape dispenser here, and how easily this paper wraps. And I'm going to use all 6 sheets. That's right. I'm making the hamburger. First up, let's get this tape started here. This first sheet is the bottom bun. At least that's what's going to be when I wrap these gifts. So my first thought about the scissors is that, I'm going to use it with my right hand. I don't usually tape with my left hand, so I'm not sure that's going to be ideal or not. I usually use my right hand for cutting and taping, so we'll see what happens with that. But let's get started now. I've got some standard shirt boxes here, which seems like this would be ideal for, so let's wrap it up and see what happens. All right, so my first thought is I think I plan a little too well. These shirt boxes are perfect. I don't even have to really cut this paper, which means I wouldn't be able to test these scissors, but I'm going to cut them anyways. I don't care. And my first thought is that these scissors are actually, they feel pretty sharp. Wow, what a terrible cut. I gotta do some more cutting before I get to the wrapping paper. I'll try to cut a straight line this time, but wow, that was jagged. And what's sad is I don't really need to cut it, but I need to test these out, so I gotta do some cutting somewhere. My thoughts on the scissors is that they're nice and sharp. They don't seem too dull. The paper, wow, is that jagged. I might have to practice with some other paper because I'm like ruining this paper and I want to use it for Christmas. So let's see how this paper actually wraps. And the tape it's so thin. I don't like that thinner tape. It's not only thin width-wise, but it's just cheap feeling. The other thing is that you have the scissors right there and you're going to pull down. That's in the way. I don't know about that, man. Because if you're not using your scissors, then you have to pull the scissors up and just kind of use this as a tape dispenser. And the scissors are in your way when you try to tear the tape off. I don't know, man. A little skeptical. Oh, and if you do, that's not good either. You got to hold it down. How about that, man? Right, there it is. There's the bottom of our burger. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to continue using the tape dispenser as I wrap these gifts, but I'm not going to do any more cutting. I didn't really need to cut this. I didn't like cutting it. So let's focus on the gifts and the tape and do the cutting a little bit later. But 1 out of 6, check. Pull out the next one. Here's the cheese. I will say this is a perfect size for shirt boxes. So if you give a lot of clothing gifts, this could be a good fit for you. Another thing about this tape is as you can see, it's actually getting stuck down at the bottom here. That's not good either. So far, I'm liking the paper. I'm not loving the scissors. I'm also kind of using this crease right here as like an edge. Oh, this tape is just too thin. The more I use this tape, the less I like it. It's just not ideal for wrapping gifts, and it just keeps sticking down there. That's why we try this out, right? I'm gonna keep going with this. You know, something else I've noticed, this actually just smells like copy paper. Like when you open up a fresh ream of copy paper, that's what this smells like. They smell like copy paper. I think they are copy paper. Do those creases bother you? I'm not sure if I love them or not, but we're gonna keep going. I'm a little on the fence, but I think that I would prefer not to have the creases there, although I don't think it's a deal breaker. Bottom bun and cheese, so far so good. All right, so right now I'm gonna speed things up. I'm gonna fly through the next 4 boxes, take a look at the final result, and then I'll try a few more tests in these scissors before we wrap this thing up. All right, I've wrapped all 6 of these gifts. Let's take a look at the final product here. First up, we have the bottom bun right here. Next up, I think we'll put the burger on top of that. Then I think you probably want the cheese on top of the burger. Top it with some tomato and lettuce. And finally, your top bun there. Now tell me that is not cool. That's a cool idea. Thoughts on the wrapping paper? The wrapping paper is not the easiest to wrap with. It definitely feels more like copy paper. There are creases on there that some people may or may not like. But I mean, the overall final product is so cool. Come on now. If you show up with 6 gifts and looking like a hamburger, you will stand out even before the gifts get opened. Definitely like these. That's the good news. Bad news is this tape dispenser is absolutely terrible. I can't stand this tape. The tape is bad. The thickness is bad. The scissors get in the way. I almost cut my finger on this a couple times. It's just badly designed. But to be fair, I haven't done a lot of cutting with these. The scissors are sharp. I mean, they are really sharp scissors. I mean, they are flying through this like butter. I noticed that on the little bit I did use before. The scissors are good, the tape dispenser is terrible. For a cheap pair of scissors, I mean, these are actually very good. That's about all I like about these though. All right, even though I don't love this tape dispenser, let's see how easy it is to replace it. So there's a tab right here, which I believe this part comes out, which will make it easy to replace. So pop this off, smooth as silk. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there it goes. So now the tape should come right out, easy. We can place our new tape in there. Snap it back in there. I actually made it work. One thing went right with these scissors. You can replace the tape. It's maybe a little bit janky, but it does work. One more thing to point out is that the gift tags that come with the wrapping paper also match the paper itself. So that's kind of a nice little extra touch there. So in the end, I would say if you're looking to up your wrapping game this holiday season, this wrapping paper certainly would add a nice touch. Although I would definitely skip the scissors because they seem like they create more problems than they solve. But that's all I've got. If you've tried either one of these products, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.